talking about what's happening with Ukraine, and that's because May 9th is the anniversary of the fall of Nazi Germany, and Germany surrendered to the Russians, interestingly enough. It was in France, in Reims, where the surrender took place, and that's the whole history behind it. Eisenhower was head of all Western forces in Europe, wouldn't even go to the signing of the unconditional surrender. Wouldn't even attend it. He was so disgusted with Germany. Because I am not going to get anywhere near that. And it turned out his chief of staff signed on behalf of the United States. In any case, we know, and the Biden administration has admitted that it is sharing intelligence with Ukrainians vis-a-vis the intelligence it's collecting on Russia. Movements, tank movements, we can pick it, what it can pick up electronically. One of the things the United States has is either the most sophisticated, successful intelligence operation in the world, or right up there in the top 2 or 3. And so the U.S. is collecting this. Now, already, what the Biden administration did was release intelligence that would have been classified about the invasion. Russia kept on saying all we're doing is military exercises along the Belarus-Ukraine front. And no, we're not doing that. These are normal exercises. And it was the Biden administration that early came out and said, no, they're not. And shared classified information about the oncoming invasion, where it was going to happen, the number of troops involved. And so they've been collecting a ton of information about Russia and sharing it with Ukrainians. Now, here is what the Biden administration has to do, is walk a very fine line. While admitting that this intelligence is being shared with Ukraine, saying it has nothing to do with what the Ukrainian military does with that information. In other words, we don't say, there's the ship, right there, you bomb it, at 8 o'clock tonight. We're talking about the Moskva, the flagship of the Russian fleet in the Baltic. And what that was about, and boy, the Ukrainians went just absolutely crazy with their announcement that they had bombed the flagship military. Well, actually, one of the biggest military weapons that Russia has, because they can literally unload these shells that go for miles and miles, and it is a major battleship. And they bombed it out of existence. They sunk the ship. And Russia tried to come up with all kinds of excuses. It caught fire, it sunk, it would be repaired. I mean, of course, no one bought that. It was Ukrainians that did the bombing. And we know now that it was based on American intelligence, exactly where it was, coordinates, what was going on, what was happening on the ship, defensive posture. And so, boom, here you go, we're sharing information. And here's why the United States has to walk this fine line, as I started this monologue. And that is, Russia has already said that anybody that supplies weapons to Ukraine will be deemed effectively at conflict with Russia. I haven't done anything about it. Merely said it. And it can be argued, and Russia is making this argument, if you are helping my enemy, you become my enemy. If you are supplying weapons, then effectively you are at war with us. The problem is, what does Russia do? You got all of Western Europe supplying arms to Ukraine at the Polish border. Now, they're not delivering over the Ukrainian border the weapons they say on this side, but it's still supplying them. And so the United States, particularly the United States, has to say two things. One is we have to admit that intelligence is being used, and I'm talking about killing of the Russian generals, I'm talking about the successful defense, I'm talking about the successful offense of Ukraine, the counterattack. I mean, the Ukrainians are using very highly sophisticated intelligence supplied by the United States. So you've got Secretary of State Blinken. You have Defense Secretary who is saying, yeah, we're supplying, but we are making no decision. We're throwing everything at them, and they're picking and choosing. We have nothing to say about targets. We have nothing to say about where they're going to defend a position or attack. All we do is give them the information. Now, frankly, I think that's a specious argument because, come on. I mean, we give them information, they use the information, but we don't decide what they're going to use. Well, of course we know what they're going to use. We give them information. Here are the high-end generals. But you do what information you want. So they kill the general. Well, it wasn't our decision. So we're pulling back, at least in terms of the rhetoric, not in terms of the actual intelligence that's being shared. Okay, and that's one line that has been drawn. The other one is the weaponry, because there has been a change in the kind of weaponry the United States has now produced for Ukraine. In other words, the shipping of weaponry now includes a ton of lethal weapons. Before it was defensive, and now it is high-end artillery, which can be specifically targeted, and it's no longer defensive missiles, for example, missile systems. Now it's offensive, surface artillery, high-end radar systems, which we were not shipping out there because the United States produces the most sophisticated weapon systems in the world, and we keep back most of it. We're not really good about sharing it around the world. Now, we do with a few countries. Certainly with England, we do, even Saudi Arabia, because Saudi Arabia is considered an ally of the United States. For the most part, it ain't going to happen. Well, it's happening. And then that puts Russia it puts Putin in a different state. Because now when he says weapons being supplied to Ukraine, it's no longer defensive weapons. Now it is to attack Russian troops. It is to attack Russian tanks. And the drones that are being supplied, the killer drones, other weapon systems, what does Putin do with that one? Does he go to war with the United States? Does he attack Poland? Now, certainly on the Ukrainian side, he can attack the transportation methods that are being used to bring arms to the front. And the front being eastern Ukraine, although there's plenty of shelling that's going on against the western cities. Lviv, for example, is right there. And other towns that are being bombed, Odessa on the port, the westernmost major port. So Putin is sort of dealing with his issues. The United States is dealing with its issues. And when you're talking about the sharing of intelligence, the United States is sharing with Ukraine, and they have to tiptoe through this one. It's not an easy position to take. Yes, no, kind of. So that's what's going on. And the May 9th speech that Putin just made in celebration of the Nazis in Germany losing the war didn't really talk about that. Sort of stayed away from the attack, specifically in the United States. He did talk about the Western world is attacking Russia, but what they're doing is setting it up. There hasn't been an invasion. He didn't say that. He didn't go so far. Matter of fact, what he didn't say was far more important than what he did. All right, let's move to water. Oh, we're in a mess with water. So what are other countries doing about this in some cities in the United States? And we're on our way. And what is the secret? No more water. We don't drink anymore. Pointless your gun. Be prepared to squat outside on your lawn, which is brown. So, it works. We'll be right back. Jennifer, you want to take it from here in the KFI 24-hour newsroom?
Investigators say they're trying to figure out how and why 3 kids were killed inside their home in West Hills. LAPD Captain Kelly Muniz says officers got a call of an assault with a deadly weapon early yesterday morning. When they arrived, they found the children unresponsive.
As you can imagine, having 3 children deceased is a quite complex investigation, and it will be quite lengthy.
Muniz says the mother has been arrested, and it's not clear if the father of the kids was home. The kids ranged in age from 8 to 12. A man accused of hiring a hitman to kill a woman he met online has agreed to a plea deal. Prosecutors say the woman tried to break off the relationship after just one time meeting the man in person. The supposed hitman he hired off the dark web was actually an undercover agent. 2,000 healthcare workers have started a week-long strike at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in L.A. Representatives for the SEIU United Healthcare Workers have been negotiating over a new labor contract since March 21st. Their biggest issues are short staffing, unfair labor practices, and low wages. Hoag Hospital in Newport Beach is the first in the state to perform colonoscopies using artificial intelligence.
The GI Genius is a computer-aided detection system that uses advanced AI to find precancerous lesions during a colonoscopy. The images are processed with advanced algorithms that can spot polyp abnormalities in real time, including those that can go undetected by the human eye. Spotting the lesions earlier can reduce the risk of colorectal cancer, which is the third leading cause of cancer-related death in the U.S. In Orange County, Corbin Carson, KFI News.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has criticized the Supreme Court for a draft opinion indicating a majority of justices may overturn Roe v. Wade. She tells CBS's Face the Nation the court has shown disrespect for women.
Here we are, Mother's Day, a week later, the court has struck women in the face in terms of disrespect for their judgments about the size and timing of their families.
The Supreme Court appears to be ready to overturn Roe v. Wade along with 1992 Planned Parenthood v. Casey, which reaffirms Roe, and it says that states cannot pass laws to make it difficult or impossible for a woman to get an abortion. I've got your drive on the 60 right after sports with Wayne.
The LA Kings scored first against the Edmonton Oilers yesterday.
Rundstrom, and trickles through to Donnell, back to play, Trevor Moore, one of the heroes of Game 1, Trevor Moore, makes it 1-0.
They also scored last, shutting out the Oilers 4-0 and evening up the NHL playoff series at 2 games each. Game 5 is set for tomorrow at 7 back in Edmonton. The Dodgers swept the Cubs, taking the final game of the series yesterday by a commanding score of 7-1. Now the boys in blue move to the Pittsburgh Pirates. First pitch today at 3:35 with Julio Urias on the mound. And the Angels defeated the Washington Nationals 5-4. Halos hosting the Tampa Bay Rays today at 6:38. Noah Syndergaard is set to start. I'm Ray Reisner, KFI Sports. Pacific Coast Termite is the company I suggest for a couple of reasons. First of all, if you don't even know you have termites, I would call them anyway, and I have. And what they'll do is come out and give you a full inspection. Now, a certain restriction apply and tell you a couple things. You don't have termites, great news. You do have termites in early days. You don't even know you have them yet. And if the damage starts immediately, you might as well take care of them now. And they do this without testing, without tenting. And tenting is a nightmare. You can even be home when Pacific Coast Termite comes out and does this work. Now, if you know you have termites, that's an easy phone call to make little bugs flying around and wood shavings on your baseboard. Pacific Coast Termite, they will never put a tent over your house. They will come out and give you a free home inspection. Makes all the sense in the world to give them a call. Call 800-PACIFIC, 800-PACIFIC. Visit PacificCoastTermite.com, 800-PACIFIC.
Pacific Coast Termite, the clean, friendly way.
SoCal weather from KFI. Sunny with highs mid-60s to the low 70s. Will stay cool through Wednesday. Then by Saturday, we could see inland highs in the mid to upper 90s. From the Southern California Toyota Dealers Traffic Center, let's go places like the 60s.
I've had a pretty good report here. Stay with us. We'll get you through this day, that's for sure. Kind of normal, we'll call it, conditions on the westbound 60 coming away from Diamond Bar. A little closer, and about no gallops over to the 605. Now, from the 605 in towards East Lane, there's Edmonton. It's in pretty good shape. There was a problem right around the transition going west 60 to south 710. So that transition real slow, no question about it. As far as the freeway concerned, that's still in pretty good shape. The 10, 605, 710 is about the same shape. South 605 got off to a slow start much earlier. If you're just coming down now from Irwindale, perhaps. Starting to get slow even before the 10. All lanes are open minded, but there's just a really, really bad crash on Whittier Boulevard. That's what that's all about. West 105 into the airport. LAX is okay. And I got to keep warning you about southbound Sepulveda Boulevard approaching 96th Street. That entrance from the north into LAX. A waterman break is still in play, and boy, long time delay. Trying to avoid that till it gets fixed. That used to be my favorite shortcut into the airport. Jeff Bond, KFI in the sky.
As the country bounces back from COVID and mask mandates are lifted, your business needs a lift too. Promote your company right here, right now. Radio ads connect with 93% of Americans every week. That's more than Google, more than Facebook, more than TV. In fact, radio reaches 20% more millennials than TV. Want more of the people you want to talk to all in one place? Visit iHeartAdvertising.com and get AM and FM looking for you. That's iHeartAdvertising.com. This body is in shape for a big summer at Oasis Pool. So on the ground, is it good? Is this thing on? And now, the top 5 reasons to visit Morocco. Number 5.
That's the Mr. Jewel giveaway. Get a pair of teardrop earrings when you earn 500 points on the rewards card for 16 through 17.
Number 4.
On Memorial Weekend Day, it's the only way to play. Book your room today. Call 888 Morocco now.
3.
To watch and win, you can win up to $100 cash or free drop play every day when you earn 500 points on the rewards card. 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.
And the number 2.
National Sunday. Call from November and 91 every Sunday night at the Brightline Stage.
And the number 1 reason.
The marketplace is open. 7 unique culinary experiences under one roof. All you can eat for one price.
Morongo Casino Resort Park. Morongo. Good time!
Hey, it's Neil Surveyor. Growing up in the 70s and 80s, windows consisted of like a cheap piece of thin glass surrounded by flimsy aluminum. Now there's actual science and engineering behind window construction and design and stunning styles to sell. In our home, we use American Vision windows. They help us pick the right style and construction for all unique needs. Their work is above expectations. I've recommended them to friends and family who were thrilled with their work too. Bill and Kathleen, they have a great story. They had a horrible experience replacing their own windows. They started their own company. 20 years later, they continue to beautify homes like mine with personal care and attention. CSLB number 778-326. Trust the window company that I trust. My family and friends trust. Now through May 31st, American Vision Windows pays for tax or provides free expert installation. On approved credit, restrictions apply. Call American Vision Windows today. Get that free estimate. 888-226-9908. That's 888-226-9908. Or check out AmericanVisionWindows.com.
In the next 30 seconds, 40 couples will have a baby into their lives. 50 people will get their dream job and need to relocate. In 3 weeks, and 3 newlyweds will go from tea houses to...
Oh, really, Father?
And then comes the renovation. We got a quick house and fix it and split it. Or skip the hassle and sell directly to Open Door. Close in a matter of days. Get your competitive offer at opendoor.com/myoffer. Open Door is represented by Open Door Corporate, Washington, Tuesday, 113, Surrounding, California. The Open Door Corporate Policy and Citizenship.
This is Jacob and Ronnie. If you've been in an accident, call 844-24-JACOB.
KFI AM 640.
The news, what it means, why it matters.
KFI 640. Bill Handel here. Monday morning, May 9th, Putin spoke to the Russian people and the world at the May 9th parade and celebration of the ending of World War II. And it's more what he didn't say, because you knew it was all going to be all about Ukraine, and it was. Justifying once again why attacking the West, saying it's all about the West wanting to destroy us. And let's not forget, we have to denazify Ukraine. Double down on everything. Come June 1st, changing topics. Come June 1st, we're going to see some big changes in how we deal with the water usage and water shortage here in Southern California. Local water agencies, as of June 1, are under orders to slash the use of supplies from the State Water Project by 35%. But they're actually saying, hey, the cuts are achievable. And let's say reducing outdoor watering to 1 day a week, which is coming into effect. That can yield immediate savings. I mean, at that point, that starts it all. And what researchers are saying, water policy experts saying, obviously, we've got to adapt big time and very quickly to the severe drought, or we're going to be in a lot of trouble. And this adaptation can be difficult, but you can look at other cities and countries and states that are doing more than their fair share, and that they're ahead of the class. For example, there's a town called Healdsburg in Sonoma County. They cut water use by 56% last summer. Las Vegas has reduced its per capita water by almost half. The big story, the head honcho, the place where water usage has been cut, and just experts in this all over the world, is Israel. They use wastewater recycling, desalination, technology, because keep in mind, Israel is a desert. I mean, top to bottom, they have one huge freshwater lake, Sea of Galilee, and that's it. Jesus walked across. Remember that on his pontoon feet? And they are like complete experts in dealing with water, and the rest of the world is looking at them. So let's go to Healdsburg, about 400 miles north of LA. And they're already a year ahead of what we're doing in terms of drought response. Dismal rainfall last year, like us, historically low allocations from its primary water source, the upper Russian River. And again, why do they call it the Russian River? Do we know? Historically? Because Russia actually came down and explored right to northern California, which is why there's so many Russian towns and the Russian River. It was Russia, actually. You look at Russian Orthodox churches, it's kind of neat. So I thought I mentioned that, the Russian River. Anyway, Healdsburg utilities director said rainfall was lower than seen in 100 years. So in response, here's what the officials did. They set out to reduce water consumption by 40%, and they did. And what they did is employ some of the same actions that we are considering today in Southern California. I tell you, they're ahead of the game. Capping household water use, a near total ban of outdoor irrigation. Forget about green lawns. Jen was saying that you buy spray paint, and you spray the lawn green, which I think kind of neat. I mean, that's cheap and it looks pretty good, cheaper than putting in fake grass. Also, they patrol the area, and they do it big time. They have the water police going all over the place. And they issue fines, well, first of all, warnings and fines, and which is crap. I mean, they really want to deal something. First time out, 5 years. Second time out, 25 to life. You will see water usage reduced to nothing that isn't absolutely necessary. And they have programs, weekly programs to replace some of the grass with drought-tolerant landscaping, which we have all over the place. You just have to use it. Succulents, for example. Indoor appliances can be replaced with better water efficiency. I mean, they've already done that. The DWP has done that with electrical devices, with appliances, dishwashers, refrigerators that use a tiny bit of electricity relative to the older ones. There's also monitoring devices. There's one called a Flume that helps keep track of water use by the gallon. So I want to come back and continue doing this. And then I want to talk about what some countries are doing, particularly Israel, because they are the world leader in this stuff, except for the Arab part, where they completely ignore the Arabs. But then, welcome to Israel. Jennifer?
Defending its invasion of Ukraine, President Putin claims the West was planning on attack and gave him no choice. Police are investigating the fire at the office of a Wisconsin group that lobbies against abortion rights as arson. The message, if abortions aren't safe, then you aren't either, was spray painted on the building. And it looks like rats are back in a big way in the Big Apple. More people than ever are seeing rodents. In fact, 7,400 sightings have been reported this year. That's 1,000 more than in the first 5 months of last year. Well, from the driveway.com Weather Center, sunny today with highs in the mid-60s to the low 70s. This report is brought to you by Rocket Mortgage. From the Southern California Trader Dealers Traffic Center, let's go places. Jeff Ball, take us there.
We're back there, as a matter of fact, as I speak here, we're starting to make some orbits here around the Arroyo Seco, the 110 after 5, looking for something here. And all I can say is the transition from the South 110 to the South 5 is all backed up here, and I haven't quite found the problem yet. Oh, I see it now. I got you. It's actually on the South 5 south of the 110 around Broadway. The right lane is fine. A whole bunch of fire equipment down there, and that's what's backing up the transition. Again, that's South 110, the Arroyo Seco part now, to the southbound 5. That's Broadway. That's where the issue is. South of that. Even the South 5, oh my goodness, coming down from both fields, it's real slow. More on this one coming up. Be careful going through, please. Jeff Ball, KFI in the sky.
If your business has 5 or more employees and you manage to survive COVID, you are eligible to receive a payroll tax rebate of $26,000 per employee, and it's not a loan. It's a refund of your taxes. Now, the ticket's in your hand on that money. It's complicated, a lot of red tape, so I'm suggesting contacting the folks at GetRefunds.com. They are expert specialists at this little-known payroll tax refund program. They do all the work. They don't pay up front. Matter of fact, they only charge a percentage of the money they get for you. It's a contingency. And businesses of all types can qualify, including those that took PPP, nonprofits, even if you had increases in sales. They got my business in another program, a 6-figure refund. On this program, the average client gets $250,000. Go to GetRefunds.com, click on the Qualify Me button, answer a few questions. They do the rest. Visit GetRefunds.com.
When you buy a home with Rocket Mortgage, you'll have a team of experts who help you every step of the way. Forget unwanted surprises and unanswered questions. That's not how they work. You'll feel informed and confident at every turn when you're ready to buy or refinance. Rocket can.
This report is sponsored by WDC Kitchen and Bath Center. Visit WDC Kitchen and Bath and more parts for the open bath sale. Get 75% off on appliances through April 30th. Don't miss out on huge savings. Go to WDCappliances.com.
Cold. Feel like fancy. And others, and our translation.
They're finding bodies like crazy. The second barrel of a body has popped up, and that's the start of it.
Crap. Today I ate my fresh oranges.
Good. Today that you have no sessions, huh?
Yes.
No session with Sophia.
Only Miss Winter.
Only Miss Winter, right? Wednesday you have session. What time is it?
Climb inside the
7:51.
2011 Acura RL.
7:51.
The elegantly designed 2011 Acura RL refines comfort and luxury through a well-detailed interior and smooth yet powerful ride.
Acura perfected each and every component on the exterior surface. This vehicle achieves a sporty stance when viewed from all angles. Acura's keyless access system can lower windows, open the moonroof, and store your preferred seating position for added luxury.
The well-appointed cabin prioritizes storage and convenience. You'll notice that the headroom and legroom make even the longest drives enjoyable. Acura prioritized handling and performance with features such as xenon high-intensity discharge lighting, full iPod integration, and leather upholstery. The available Acura navigation system features a new display and voice recognition with continuously updated traffic and weather information. The optional rear-view camera helps you see what's behind you when reversing.
The Bose surround sound system plays through 10 well-crafted speakers and is powered by a 260-watt amplifier. Acura also prioritized safety and security by including dual front impact airbags with occupant sensing airbag, brake assist, and four-wheel disc brakes with ABS.
The 2011 Acura RL, continuing to challenge both itself and others in the performance sedan segment.
John Roberts. John Roberts. Rainshore passages. Down passages. Forester. 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 That's a lot of drivers. Sure, second. Yeah, no, it's not.